me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
15 races in to season number 5, and boy has it been an absolute show to watch all season long. Of course, we've had the big 3 in points dominate, but we've also had so many different people up front and so many different winners. But today is one final chance for these drivers from 4th on points to 10th on points, and for 2 wild card drivers to have a shot at the championship in the next 10 weeks that follows. It is the Snapple Strawberry Kiki 400. It's the season 5 regular season finale at Pocono Raceway for season number 5. What's up, everyone? It's the boy Racing 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome back to possibly one of the best big tracks on the schedule. It is Pocono Raceway, the tricky triangle. All 3 turns are different. And once again, for the 3rd year in a row, we are back for the regular season finale. And it is going to be a fantastic one here today, as it always has been. And with how tight the points are, even with the lanes, you're in for a show. I'm not alone for this one. Once again, I'm joined behind Bronson Minute, just like last year, here at Pocono and Bronson. Welcome to the season 5 regular season finale.
Thank you, Nathan. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pocono, Pennsylvania, my hometown, of course, and the hometown of points leader Joe Burkowski, who looked absolutely unstoppable this regular season, would you say, Nathan? But what a facility we race at, and what a race we have in store for us. As the last year's race proved, anything can happen. As the years before, it's absolutely unpredictable, and with the race being the regular season finale and the points being as tight as ever, Nathan, we're in for one special treat.
Oh yeah, without doubt, we have so many different outcomes, and there's not enough different outcomes for us to describe as well. There's a list of possibilities here, but with this being Pocono, before we go over the points, with this being Pocono, with this track being unique as ever, probably the most unique on the schedule, 2 pit stops is planned here today. What do you think we'll see here at the Tricky Triangle?
I think we're going to see something similar to what we saw last year. I think we're definitely going to have the occasional pop-up caution. I think, here's a bold prediction that I have. I think that we are going to have at least 2 chase contenders have issues today, and I think that's definitely going to shake up the order and how we enter into next race. But what I'm going to expect, I think the regular front runners like Rakowski, Williams, Garcia, as last race winner, Ace Garcia, I think all of them are going to run up front as they usually do. But I think we're going to have a special contender here run up front to solidify their place going into the chase.
Oh yeah, without doubt, it's going to be a Y1. Pocono always creates drama and action, and hopefully we see that here again today. Here is the crucial race to the chase standings, with 1 race to go before the chase begins. 2 weeks away on 4th of July at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Joe Burkowski has 415 points in the bank, been basically the regular season winner for the entire season, and most likely he will win the regular season championship and get a small points boost. Possibly still depending on that as of this recording. But anyway, he's 116 points above qualifying, clinched his spot 2 races early. And then these 2 drivers, 2nd and 3rd, also clinched last week at New Hampshire. Logan Williams plus 69, and then last week's winner, Ace Garcia, plus 54. Alexander Vitali, one of the low drivers, possibly one of the most consistent rookies this season, is in 4th plus 31, a really good shot at making it into his first chase, just to finish probably top 30, and he should be good. The defending champion missed the consistency here so far in the JBL Cup Series. Does not have a win last season or this season, but once again looking to make it into his second chase in the row, plus 20. Josh Williamson, the 2nd spot, multiple card, plus 18. Jordan Stout, plus 14. Noah Clifton, plus 13. And Trey Ball is only plus 4 above the cutoff line. And Matthew Burnett, who starts second here today, great qualifying one. Hinted Multiples number 9 is 2 points above. Brandon Beal is an interesting driver to watch out here today. He's 2 points below, but because he won 2 races ago at World America, he has 2 wins in the bank, and he could, in theory, have a guaranteed spot in the chase, but doesn't know where that will be. He could points win, or he could get a wild card spot pretty easily here today. Justin Seidel -6, Wyatt Walker -7, Skylar Taylor -8, John Anders -9, Travis Crampton -11, Nick Lopez, the underdog of the season for Jokers Racing, needed to get inside the top 20 points with those 2 wins at Dega and Darlington. Did that after last week, and now the 54 of Nick Lopez has wildcard number 2, is 13 points below, and Eli Bright is also 13 points below, but have to watch out for Andrews, Bright, and Abel, because if they win, they could have a shot at making it into the chase with those 2 wins, along with Beal and Lopez. Jordan Edwards is -14, Abel -16, Wayne -19, and then these 2, and basically from 22nd on back, will have a really long shot here today. Ryan Dwyer -28, and Singleton Messi also -28. And now the top 10 here is a rookie front row Matthew Hubert on the pole for 2311 Racing, and alongside him is another rookie, and Matthew Burnett. Row number 2 is Zachary Fitzwater with a fantastic qualifying one in 3rd, and Jordan Stout in 4th. Row number 3, we have Bradley Raymond, the number 22, and Eli Blight in in the P6 position, and then we got Travis Crampton in 7th, and Ryan Dwyer in 8th. And running out the top 10 is, of course, the dominant driver of the season, Joe Wachowski, in 9th, and all miles running out the top 10 starting positions. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get these 36 drives underway, finally here at Pocono Raceway. 40 laps on tap here today, and it's crazy to think that we are already up to this point, Bronson. 15 races down, after today, 10 to go, with the chase starting on 4th of July at the Brickyard. Before that, we have to get through this one here at Pocono. Who do you think will win here in this one?
Well, as you were doing your monologue, I was thinking about one specific driver in particular, driver the number 4, Brandon Beal, because I was looking through the season that we had, an incredible season by far, but his first win came at a pit strategy race where he beat out his teammate in Trey Bardo in the 41 at Auto Club. I remember that. Then 2 races ago at Road America, he did the same exact thing with pit strategy, got him to the front, and won by a country mile. And with the chance of cautions, maybe no cautions, I think that is going to play very well into that number 4's hand. And I think that Brandon Beal, with the amazing pit strategy that team has had, I think that they are going to be, I think they're going to win, not by a lot, but I think pit strategy is definitely going to make all the difference here at Pocono. Nathan, it is always a treat. Thank you for having me back up at the booth, back in my hometown. We love these Pocono races. They have put on quite a show, and I hope that this year's is no different. Here we go.
Well, 15 races down, plus the Clash, and plus the All-Star race. It's been a fantastic regular season, and after today we will have 10 left, and we will officially be in the chase. But we have one race to go, and it is the front row of Matthew Hubert and Matthew Burnett. And here we go, the season number 5 regular season finale at Pocono Raceway is green. The Snapple Strawberry Kiki one is underway at the Twiki Triangle. A very even start for the front 3 rows, and there it is in turn 3. It's going to be a very good opportunity for getting passes done, and really in all 3 turns here today, but it would be Matthew Hooper leading lap number 1, as Fitzy is in second for now, as Reem is trying to make some big moves in the number 22. He was in the top 10 in points at one point, but now he is minus 19 back in 21st. Needs a lot of help here today. He's going to slide up the racetrack a little bit, and we're going to see that all day long. The inside is going to be a little bit hard to make it stick in turn 1, but in turn 2 and turn 3, that's where you want to be. And how about Fitzy? He won his first win on the channel at Richmond in the trucks. It's not been a good season in the Cup Series, but he qualified 3rd and 2nd. This could be a big time day for Zachary Fitzwater.
About Fitzy, what can you say about him that hasn't already been said? But meanwhile, Joe Rakowski, I saw flashbacks to last year where a 3-wide move was made and a crash happened. I remember that very vividly, but luckily this time around this year, no contact, no crash, and we are still green onto lap number 3. Hubert leads. The number 6 tries to go for a 3-wide move. He's going to put the 42 of Eli Bright in the middle. He's going to put Stout up high, open and really tight off the corner, but they're going to keep it sticking, and they are going to keep going onto the back stretch. Some side by side. Here comes Reem trying to make a move on the 15. Is he going to get there in time? He is, and Reem is going to go for P2 on Fitzy, and Fitzy with help from Crampton behind, but Crampton's going to bail on him, going to the inside of Reem, and Fitzy's going to drop like a rock for sure. But oh my goodness, look at the 43 there of Rakowski, and he is already there with help from his teammate of Eli Bright. Look out for trouble, make it double, because here comes the Legacy Motor Club cars. As always, they have been quite unstoppable. That team has found the formula, Nathan.
Oh yeah, they have found what you need here in the JBL Cup Series. More of the time, it's this number 43 machine. It's been very up and down season for Eli Bright. And Philly still has a shot to make it in on points, but he needs a good one like this, and he needs some help from some of the cars in front of him. Or just have some cars not get good ones, like Seidel, like Skylar Taylor, and others. But how about Crampton? He's only 11 points below the cutoff line. And how about 23-11 Racing? They are going to be 1-2 at Pocono, and we've seen this a lot this season. But especially this team of 23-11 Racing, they've had speed, but they've had the bad luck whenever they have speed. And right now they are 1-2 at Pocono Raceway with Crampton all over the back bumper of Hubert. And Crampton might not be done yet. He might want to get the race win here today in that Met Finley 10G number 45 and to the inside. And then we have a swap for the lead between teammates as Crampton's now out front.
It seems like that 45 is as fast as Xfinity 10G Wi-Fi, but here comes Eli Bright, made some very big moves, got past his teammate in the 43 and is going for, I believe that's P5 on the rookie of the number 9 of Matthew Burnett, and he's going to get past him with Anthony Hernandez, Bartow, Rakowski, and Stout jumping to the inside, putting the 9 and the 43 up wide, and here comes the Fords. That's the 41, 21, and 14 all into the inside. Count the 6 as well ahead of this group, and that's a big line of Fords, but here comes another Ford. Bradley Reeb, he's jumping to the inside, trying to break that 1-2 of 23XI. He's going to do just that, going into turn 1. Bradley Reeb to the point of P2, and he's going to try and chase down the 45 of Travis Crampton, whose car at the moment seems as fast as Xfinity 10G Mobile. Here comes the 23 back again. Matthew Hubert back for a move in turn 2, and he's going to get him side by side going into turn number 3, but is he going to be able to make the move? As we see Eli Bright, who you mentioned needs a great run today, and he is already making it cook. Here, Nathan, are we in for an Eli Bright W?
We could be. He's not won since Little Springs very early on in the season, part of the West Coast swing, but we might see 3-wide again from Hernandez. Not quite. Oh my goodness, the shuffle in for second on back is insane right there, as Bradley Reem. It's been a very consistent season for the team at Team Penske. Of course, Alex Cimitari 4th in the point standings, and it's been a very up and down season for Bradley Reem and Juan Garcia, as Eli Bright's going to get to the inside, ascend from the 42, and here comes Trey Bell, another driver that needs a good one to ensure that he can make it into the chase. Only 4 points above entering today, and doing exactly what he needs to do. And here comes two strong Haas cars of Juan Dwayne and Trey Barlow. And so far, so good for 2311 Racing, and so far, so good for Eli Bright, Trey Barlow, a couple drivers that need good ones here today.
This mid-pack battle for, I guess you can't call it a mid-pack battle, but this battle for 5th specifically is getting me a little nervous. A lot of drivers making a lot of aggressive moves. We know that these drivers, like Hernandez, like Stout, like Burnett, need a great run. They need to secure their spots, whether it's they're already locked in, they're right there on the cutoff, or they need great points. Whatever it is, they're going to be aggressive, and this pack right here is concerning me quite a bit because they're running just so close together, and we've seen it in the past, Nathan, whether it be trucks or Cup. It's a simple mistake can cause a big wreck, crashing out a bunch of contenders and Ream to the outside, but mainly here's Bright to the inside of Hubert for P2, and the 45 still is out in front. Look at Beal, my pick for the win. He's going for a 3-wide big bunny move into turn 1 on the 8, I believe, and the 1, and he's going to jump them both, and he is going to almost crack the top 10 here, but man, that 4 has speed, whether it's genuine or the correct setup or whatever. Stout on the back bumper of the 6, I believe, yes, and he's going to shove him up wide, going into turn 2, and now it's about single file all the way back to this battle of the 21 and the 6.
Bringing Beal at number 14, doing a good job, and Suarez as a whole. Of course, the 14 and the 41 inside the top 10, Beal just outside the top 10. And then, as same can be said with the, actually no, the number 10 is in the back in the Smithfield colors this week. Still bringing Beal a good job, and he is in a scenario where he could make it in on points. But the bad thing for him is that Barlow, who's 9th in points, is ahead of him, and then Matthew Burnett, who is the last one in on points right now, is 2 positions ahead of Beal, and that is not good. However, Clifton's right behind Beal, just by a couple of positions. Stout is ahead. Williamson, I don't see the 77 anywhere. He could be in threat of not making it. And there is the 77. Josh Williamson is in the 26th position. And same can be said about Seidel, who is just outside of the top 10 in points. It's going to be interesting for sure. But Beal, I think he knows that he's pretty much in no matter what. And he wants to maybe get number 3 here today. But here we go. Eli Bright to the inside of Matthew Hooper, and he's going to take it. How about Trey Barlow? It's been an up and down season for him. It's been an up and down season for a lot of these drivers, besides maybe the top 4, top 5 in points. But Eli Bright side by side for second, a quarter of the way through the regular season finale, and we are just past halfway through the fuel cycle. It's going to be about 15 or 16 laps on fuel here today.
We have to keep in mind, Nathan, this race is still very long. 40 laps, a lot can happen within that span, and we just seen within the first 12 laps, so much shuffling, so much position change, so much action so far here at Pocono. Dre Bardo up to P3 with help from his teammate behind, and Durrani, I believe that is, yeah, in the 14. And bunch of shuffling, the 8 of Aaron Abel, trying to go for more. They're gonna go 3 wide going into turn 1, and Aaron Abel's gonna slide up into the 43. They keep it off each other for now down the backstretch, but that was almost a very hairy situation, Nathan. But we still continue nonetheless, and the field, for the better part of the whole pack, is single file, but I'm sure that is not going to last very long going on to the front stretch. But Eli Bright in the 42 in the legacy car needs a good run, as we've said earlier in the broadcast. He's getting it right now. He has a good run, but is he going to be able to pass the 45? That still remains a mystery. Going on to lap 13 now, we see his teammate Rakowski jumping around the 21, and here comes Bardo. He's going for P2. Is he going to have the run? Is he going to be able to make it stick on the bottom? It looks like it. Yep, he's going to try it, and he's going to not clear him now, but he's going to have the run going into turn 2 without a doubt, unless he slides in behind, or he may get past. No, his teammate lets him in.
Oh, no, he's
going to cross him over.
Durrani.
Oh, my goodness, Nathan. Durrani crosses him over. and Stuart Haas Racing is letting him at it. Holy cow.
These guys are racing. I would like to mention by the end of the Fuel one, there's going to be about a second of fall off. So I think what's happening is that the fall off is starting to take into effect, and yeah, definitely about 7/10 of fall off, 7/8 right now. So the fall off is taking into effect here at Pocono, and that's why these guys are staying a little bit single file at the moment. But we have to watch out for pit road because there's going to be 2 stops here today, and Pocono is a very unique track with a unique pit road and stout to the inside of JBL, but we're seeing that here today. That I don't know if it's the rains or just the weather or if that's just what Pocono is, but that turn 1, the outside lane is getting a really good one, much better than what I initially anticipated, as Ball is going to keep that position from Jordan Stout. Oh, brother, we might have caught the wall a little bit, not entirely sure, but in that bright red number 22. And now here comes Tupit to the inside of the 14, trying to take third away, and now Clampton starting to pull away from Eli Boy, who's starting to pull away from third on back, and we are potentially going to have pit stops, round 1 of pit stops in the next lap or 2.
And if Rakowski gets up here in P4, we might have a battle for the 2-car teams, 23XI and Legacy. Jack Haas might have cooked with whatever he has set up here for his team in Hubert and Crampton, but we continue nonetheless, side by side with Durrani, Hernandez, Stout, and Bartow behind. Meanwhile, Abel, oh my goodness, but great, Stout slides up into the 41 of Bardo. They keep it off each other for now. Hernandez clears Durrani for, I believe that's P4. But now pit stops have begun. Crampton and Bright jump to pit road, and everybody else joins him. Here's Hubert. There's Hernandez, Durrani, Bardo, Stout, Abel, and others, many others, Fitzwater, Ream, a lot of contenders, and this is the time to come in, get fuel, get tires. Nathan, the pit cycle has begun. This is the battle for the lead. Rakowski clears Beal, and this might be the pit cycle I was talking about that benefits Beal here in the long run.
Here we go, round 1 of pit stops now. The pit crew reigns. Of course, all the teams have been doing the reigns a ton this season, and this is where they might really come into effect with these pit road stops here today at Pocono. And it looks like Crampton's going to win the race off pit road of the first batch of cars. And meanwhile,
and it's jumped everybody.
Who just jumped everybody? Oh, Hernandez.
Anthony Hernandez.
Oh my.
Big pit stop, huge opportunity. Fantastic job by that crew to get him out in P2. He was, I believe, P5 when it was all starting. And now here comes the rest. Rakowski leads him on with Beal behind, and last race winner Garcia in the 7. That's the 34 going into this pit stall. And now the 43 of Rakowski now sits and waits.
Contact with Logan Williams back there. Good thing he's already locked in. I think he might have hit the 99 of Noah Clifton. That's not good for him. But it looks like about maybe a third of the field pitted on lap 15, lap 16, and then everybody else pitted on lap 16, lap 17. In a slow stop for Justin Lydell in the number 38. And they are, they are side by side for second. That's what Rakowski with the overcut is going to have second for now. That was close between Beal, Eli Boyd, and Hernandez. And looks like the strategy today might be the overcut. Because this 43 of Rakowski was 7th, and he's going to be second, maybe 3rd. As Boyd's going to send it for that second place spot.
Wow, they are now holding back. Right goes
and we got caution.
And we have a caution. I bet
it was
it was the 19. Pennington into the wall, inside wall. Single car spin, it seems like, but just like that, after a very crucial pit cycle, I may add, we are under caution, and luckily it came out when it did, because that could have changed a lot of things.
Yeah, luckily that happened right after the pit cycle, so everyone should be good and not trapped a lap down, and we won't have to wave everyone. This number 19, man. Ronald Kennington, he's has such bad luck this season. And not all of it is his fault. Jokic has been kind of off. Because the first half of the regular season, the entire team was off besides the 20, and now the second half of the season, the entire team is still off, but now the 54 is good. So still a disappointing season overall for Joe Gibbs, and a disappointing season overall for the number 19 in Ron Kennington. Looks like he got spun right off of turn number 1 and hit the inside wall. And now we might see some strategy, because it's about 15 to 16 laps on fuel. If they stay out here, they should be able to still pit around lap 30 or so. But if some takers pit here, that could get interesting, because we are going to have 22 to go at the line.
Just noticing some of the people here in the top 10. Hamill made a bunch of positions, whether it was with the strategy or on pit road. Amazing job by his crew or by him. Beal, as we've aforementioned, great job getting around everybody that he needed to. Durrani there, he was already there. The 34 of John Andrews, the All-Star race winner, and I believe we are going to see only one car. That is the 20 there.
Oh.
Skylar Taylor.
Oh, no.
Oh, they have damage. Oh, that's probably contact.
No.
JGR teammates.
Oh
boy.
So
And
no one
that
else is going to pit besides the 2 cars that look to be involved. And unfortunately, it's 2 teammates of Joker's racing, Taylor and Kennington.
And I think that pieces all of the puzzles together to show us really what happened before we even see the replay, Nathan.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened to the 19, but now I think I have a general idea of what might have happened. Tough season for Joker's Racing, and unfortunately that might take out Skylar Taylor's chances of making it into the Season 5 chase. Let's go ahead and take a replay of what brought the first caution of the day here in the regular season finale for the Snapple Strawberry Kiki 400. Well, here we go. This happened. This was right after pit stops and right after the pit cycle through. And you see Bradley Ream and Skylar Taylor side by side off turn number 1. And we've seen this before here at Pocono, but luckily this happened when it did, because no one's going to be trapped a lap down. Juan Kennington thought it was clear, but he was not, unfortunately, and going to turn his third teammate in the number 19 Juan Kennington. And the tough season continues for Joe Gibbs Racing and Juan Kennington and Skylar Taylor, especially for Kennington. Every time he has a good one, some kind of bad luck gets thrown his way, and even though he wasn't having a great one today, but still, bad luck continues, and a bad red right there for Joe Gibbs Racing. 2 of the 4 cars involved for the first caution of the regular season finale.
On board here with Skylar Taylor, passing the 51 there, and then coming up on their teammate, Ronald Kennington. Oh, no room at all. Taylor swipes down, finishes him off, continues on their way, but JGR clashes here on the backstretch of Pocono, and Nathan, just like that, we are under caution, which will most likely set us up for a restart that begins about halfway through the race, and that is definitely going to be interesting as we get through this race. And we saw the strategy play out. Are we going to see a similar thing throughout the race and closer to the finish?
It's going to be very interesting for sure, because if what you're saying is correct, and I think that might be the case, I think it will be about a 50-50 split when we go back green, and that could be very interesting on fuel here in this one if it stays green. But it will be Travis Crampton, the race leader, trying to get his first win of season number 5 for the 5-seed veteran. 5-season veterans are 1-2 here, and let's get the restart here at Pocono Raceway. Welcome back to Pocono Raceway for season number 5 and race 16 on the season, the regular season finale. It's been a really good race so far, but this guy, Travis Crampton, has been dominant up to this point in the number 45. So far, Toyota has won the season, but Toyota's not inside the top 10 in points. Crampton's trying to not only get a win, but possibly make it in on points at the last possible second. Crampton in the race lead, and Eli Boy in second. How about Anthony Hernandez in third? Like you said, during pit stop, jumped up a bunch of drivers. And then Barlow, Witkowski, Hubert, Hamill inside the top 10. Mr. Consistent, Dwayne Beal looking for win number 3. Ryan Durrani and Andrew Miller. How about that for car racing inside the top 10. And John Anders, he needs to go in here today. He is in 11th, and then the only Joe Gibbs car having a go 1 in 12th. And Abel, Alexander Vitale, and Josh Ramson runs out the top 15. 21 laps down, 19 to go. There should be a second pit stop, but we don't know exactly when. Back in with Crampton with a good jump on Eli Bright for second, and Bright might have to watch out for this King's Hawaiian number 6 machine here entering turn number 1, or not.
That was a fantastic jump by Crampton, almost as fast as Xfinity 10G. I should stop. But anyway, he's going to lead off of turn number 1 ahead of Bright, Hernandez, and now Bardo, who jumped up a bunch of positions. Here comes Hubert to the inside of the 43 of Joe Burkowski with help from Hamill behind. And here comes Brandon Beal, the pick for the win that I have. He's going to almost get into the 47 there of Hamill. He's looking to lock himself in on points, Hamill is. But meanwhile, it is still the top 4 side by side, or single file rather, side by side is happening with Brandon Beal and Murkowski, and now the 34 there of John Andrews and this gaggle of cars. And Nathan, we have a race now, whether it's pit strategy or not. We have a definite race, and now Beal clears Murkowski, and he is going to sit comfortably as he sets his sights on the 23 of Hubert, and he is going to go and look for win number 3. He wanted, 5 wins. Remember when he said that at Auto Club? He wants 5 wins. He is already almost to his way to halfway. Can he make it number 3 today here at Pocono? But here comes Eli Bright jumping into turn number 2, and he's going to clear Crampton. The car that we thought was unpassable has been passed by Eli Bright in the 42, and he's going to lead them into turn number 3 and onto the front stretch, Nathan.
This is exactly what this 42 needs here today if he wants a shot at making it into the chase. Either points or as a last second wildcard spot, this is what he needs to do. Would like to mention that Nick Lopez, who has wildcard number 2 with those 2 wins, is currently in the back of the field and been stuck there ever since the restart. And if Nick Lopez drops out of the top 20, then that would open up the door, theoretically, to guys like Andrews, Bright, and Abel, who all have 1 win. But if Bright wins here, then that could seal his spot into the chase if he does not point his way in. But how about this guy who's trying to preserve his spot into the chase on points, Trey Barlow, doing exactly what he needs to do, only came in here +4 and running inside the top 4 in 3rd. And how about Stuart Racing today? We saw the 14 myself a little bit ago, and still running inside the top 15. 3 Stuart cars are inside the top 15, and they qualified today with 2 out of the 4 cars making into the chase. This race might not be over yet. Crampton still wants this race win. 2 Season 5 feather wins are battling out here at the Tricky Triangle.
But with that dive going into turn 1, that's going to give the momentum to the 41 if he doesn't get passed by the 23 going into turn number 2. But it seems like that Hubert's going to stay behind Trey Bardo going into turn number 2. And Crampton is going to attempt to build up that momentum. But Beal, look at Beal. He's starting to grow a gap between himself and Hernandez in the 6th. Here comes Dylan Matthews, a big jump, and here comes Crampton. Crampton jumps to the inside. He's going to pass Bright when we thought that he couldn't, at a place that we thought he couldn't. And here comes Bardo. Here comes Hubert. And Bright goes from 1st to 4th in the matter of a split second, Nathan. And Crampton, just like that, back up to the lead. Travis Crampton leads at Pocono, but he's not going to sit. He's not going to sit comfortably because here comes Trey Bardo in the 41 rather. But Hubert did not get the momentum that we thought he was, and here comes Bright back on Bardo, and they're going to go side by side. Crampton is loving this because then he can pull away in his 45.
I think the top 5 are some of the fastest cars here today at Pocono, and might have to watch out for Beal. He might get win number 3 in his second in the last 3 races. Bright is going to get clear of Barlow, and might have a 1 to the inside of Crampton out of the front, so actually go side by side. And look at some of these stars making some big moves as well, like Ace Garcia and that blue and white car of Jordan Edwards making a good one here today. Don't know if he can make it in on points with a lot of other drivers top 10 in points at one, but still a good one for him, and a good one for Collie. Boyd back out front, Crampton in second, but here we go again. These two keep on going back and forth. Crampton again going for the race lead. Fantastic stuff, but he's not going to get there. I think Boyd's going to hang on to this race lead for a little bit, as here comes Lord Driver out San Vitale, who he's basically almost locked in, and if he gets a top 10, that's basically going to completely seal it. Great one from the rookie driver here this season and today. As look at some of these names up front now: Ace Garcia, John Andrews, Brianna Beal, Joe Lukowski, the all-time wins leader of Juan Garcia, all up front. A little bit 3 wide back in the field, and now pit cycle is open if these guys choose to. If they pit now, they can make it, and that's going to be the big time wild card in this scenario. They pitted, they had that immediate caution, they might have been able to save a little bit of fuel, and they have to pit again, but we don't know when, as side by side for second with the two teammates. And how about Matthews? She's having her best one on this season so far, and it's number 11 for JGR.
Absolute shocker, Nathan. Do you remember even 3 laps ago, it was an exclusive top 4 that just spread apart from the field? Now it is absolutely scattered. The door has opened to anybody within the top 15. If they have the car, if they have the momentum, if they have the run, they have a chance, Nathan. With just a little over 10 laps to go, everything is wide open for the taking. Matthews to the inside of Crampton. Hubert clears. He's going to go chase down the 42 of Eli Bright. No lap cars ahead. It is wide open for the leaders. Matthews is going to file in single file, but here comes the 7 of Ace Garcia to the inside of San Vitale. Ardo behind is going to follow. Beal behind is going to follow. Juan Garcia, a driver that needs to get in. He's going to try and make a move here late in this race. The 31, where are all these drivers coming from? The 31 of John Andrews, of Jordan Edwards rather, but also John Andrews. There's the 14 who was in the top 5 for just a split second. That's Ryan Durrani. And there's Rakowski. Rakowski is supposed to be the big 3. He's now outside of this battle, but he really doesn't need to do a lot, to be honest. He's done what he needs to. He's solidified his place into the chase. But meanwhile, the pack is separated again. It's now a top 5 battle, and now it is a 23XI 2-3. Crampton defending for his life, and the pit cycle, as you mentioned before, is wide open, and now they could come down at any lap, and it's going to get very interesting coming with 10 laps to go here at Pocono and for the regular season.
The top 14 in this league draft all have a shot as of now here at Pocono Raceway. Here comes Ace Garcia, with the spot most was come from in the number 7. He won last week at New Hampshire, trying to go back to back here to end the regular season here for the JBL Cup Series. Matthew Hubert, he almost won at Rockham, and this team is specifically, this driver and this team has, I feel, the most for it, because every time they're up front, they have bad luck. Rockham was the one exception, and today is the second one. Great race pace from both 2311 cars. Both might have top 5 speed, and Hubert, he's not going to be able to make it into the chase, but he still wants to get a win, impress these team owners for next season potentially, and he's going to go to the race lead in the DraftKings Toyota Camry. And we have 3 Toyotas in the top 4 here at Pocono Raceway with 9 laps to go. When will these guys pit? It could be in the next lap or 2, but maybe they save it a little bit on the caution. Just have to wait and see. Might be Toyota 1, 2, 3. How about Matthews up to second now?
Matthews out of nowhere, wasn't even in the top 10 the first half, has now challenged herself up front and is now battling for the win with 9 laps to go. It was for a very split second a Toyota 1-2-3. If you told me that there was going to be a Toyota 1-2-3 even for a split second at the beginning of the season, Nathan, I would have not believed you. They were horrendous at the start of the season, were not competitive whatsoever, and here they are challenging for the win. But here comes Bright, also challenging for the win.
He might pit here, and he is. Yep, here we go.
the undercut, which did not prove worthy at the beginning of the race for the first pit cycle. There's the rookie in the number 9. That is Burnett. That is a very important driver and position that we need to look after as pit cycles have now officially begun. Durrani, the 77 of Josh Williams, the 3 of Eric Monaco. There's the 54. He's in. Nick Lopez, the wild card. All these drivers, Owen Miles, they need a good run, and this is going to be very, very crucial to the outcome of this race.
Two tires for these guys. Oh, it's a slow stop for Burnett. Slow stop for the 9, but he's not going to be too far behind. A couple of drivers that we need to watch out for in this one. Basically, about half of them that pitted that lap. White, Burnett, Williamson, and Nick Lopez, and here we go, group number 2, and this is a much bigger group, just like the first time, led by the number 11 of Matthews, and a bunch of other drivers here on lap 33, lap 34.
That is the number 2 of Juan Garcia, I believe, the 41 of Trey Bardo. There's Crampton as well, Rakowski, that's the 38, there's contact there on pit road. Justin Zeidel, Bradley Ream, Zachary Fitzwater, Matthews is out. Juan Garcia is out. A very swift pit stop for this gang. Derek Hamill is out. Dylan Matthews is going to lead off a pit road with Juan Garcia trailing. That's Eli Bright. That is the deficit that needs to be made. And is Dylan Matthews going to lead? We'll see, but it looks like for now, and it looks like that Dylan Matthews is going to lead Eli Bright, but will it be the lead for the win? Only time will tell. Here comes the rest of them. The rest that needs to pit. Hubert is in. That is the 7 of Ace Garcia. He's in. Alex Van Samatali. The 4 of Brandon Beal is the pit crew cooking right now. Time will tell. The 31 is in. Jordan Edwards. The 24 by unofficial driver. Kyler Sustry is out. Sam Vitale is out. He is trying. He's going to get ahead of Brandon Beal. Big developments. He took 2, maybe a half a tank of gas. But Ace Garcia is going to lead. Hubert leads off a pit road and watch for the battle. Watch for the cars that are going to merge. Here comes the pack. Dylan Matthews. Matthew Hubert. Dylan Matthews clears for the lead. And now Dylan Matthews is only going to have to worry about Eli Bright from here and to the end of the race. Nathan, big developments as we come to the end of this race and the regular season.
How about this from Dylan Matthews? A up and down season, but not even inside the top 23 in points, and pretty sure this team is just going for a win at this point here today, and might be able to get Jokers Racing the 3rd win on the season. And you mentioned of how Toyota struggled. They have been struggling, but the last 3 or 4 races, they've been on the up and up. And really, ever since that 54 of Nick Lopez, we've seen a lot more of the 54. We've seen a lot more of Travis Crampton the last 3 weeks. And now, the number 11 is going to be the race leader, trying to get her first career JBL Cup Series win for the rookie. But if she wants to get it, got to hang on to and beat a season 5 veteran, a 5-season veteran of Eli Bright, and the all-time wins leader of Juan Garcia, who all of a sudden is up to 3rd place in that number 2 machine. Matthew Hubert in 4th, side by side for 5th with Juan Duane and Ace Garcia. Miles is up one out of nowhere, out San Vitale. John Anders in 9th, and Brian Beal in 10th. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's gonna be the outcome here. We got, once again, so many faces up front late in the going with 4 laps to go. It's going to be very tight on who makes it into the Season 5 chase. But this is a big one for Eli Bright. He might be able to point his way in, because if I go to the back of the field, Nick Lopez is having a rough one here today, running in the 24th position.
Yeah, absolute shock.
And here we go, 3.5 laps to go at Pocono for Dylan Matthews and Eli Bright. Eli Bright closing in on the number 11 for potentially the race win. At the line, 3 to go here in the Snapple Strawberry Kiki 400. We might have lost Boston there for a second, don't know what happened, but 3 laps to go at the line, and boy, it's all over the back bumper of Dylan Matthews.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. We are back, and I came back at the perfect time. Bright's going for the lead. I am getting flashbacks from Darlington Trucks. It was Eli Bright and Felicity Mendoza going for the lead. The same scenario that we are in right now. Eli Bright to the inside of Dylan Matthews. Matthews fights back on the outside, and Eli Bright's going to fall back in line going into turn 2. Or is he? Bright's going to send it to the inside. He knows he only has one more chance to do it, and he's there. Side by side between Eli Bright and Dylan Matthews, and this brings Juan Garcia, all-times win leader, into this picture, and this brings Matthew Hubert, no wins this season, but is carrying 23XI right now on his back, and right now, Ryan Durrani, Ace Garcia, all these drivers, and now it is a top 6 battle for the win with 2 laps to go, Nathan.
Any one of these top 6 have a shot. Bright needs a good one. Juan Garcia, the all-time wins leader, I don't think he has a shot at making it, but he would still love to get another win on the channel. And of course, there's Hubert in the number 23. As here comes Juan Garcia. Team Penske has not won yet this season, but has been really consistent this season. And here comes Juan Garcia to the inside with 1.5 laps to go at the tricky triangle. Can he hang on to the race win? He still has to hang on for one more lap if he can get clear, because here comes Matthew Hubert to the inside. It might come down to Hubert and Garcia here with one lap to go in the regular season finale.
Right, who did such a good job, did everything that he needed to, falls back all the way back. White flag in the air here at Pocono. White flag on the regular season. Who is going to lead back here at Pocono? 2.5 miles to decide it here at Pocono. Hubert, he's going to build up his momentum. Garcia, he's going to run up a little wider than Hubert, and the 23 car is going to build his momentum. He only has one more shot going into turn number 2. Juan Garcia,
oh boy, here we go.
Here comes Hubert to the inside. Is he there? He's there! Hubert to the inside, side by side. Garcia on the outside. Garcia almost stuffs it in the wall. Dylan Matthews P3, Ace Garcia in P4, and Hubert clears Juan Garcia going for the win in turn 3, and it is all over. Matthew Hubert off of turn number 3, Nathan.
Matthew Hubert, 2311 Racing, is going to win at Pocono Raceway for the Snapple Strawberry Kiki 400 with a last lap pass. Was strong all day long.
Pass. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. You know, I said that this team has been fast all season, but has not gotten the good luck most of the time. Well, how about that for some good luck? Wins here at Pocono. I don't think he's going to make it into the chase, but still a great momentum booster for this team, and who knows, that might be the one to kick off a spiral of wins in the last 10 races of the season. Great win for Matthew Hubert.
Did Matthews just run out? Did Dylan Matthews just run out on fuel? No,
I don't think so.
But what a crucial finish! What a crucial finish for Eli Bright. Is that going to get him in on points? Who knows? Garcia goes around the track one more time. Hubert pulls it down to pit road. What a finish, Nathan. Pocono. Oh my goodness, Nathan. Pocono does not disappoint. We have had battles.
We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I don't know what just happened in the back of the field.
They're stacking it up big time.
But
we have had a banger this year. We have had a banger last year. Banger the year after. The banger year before. Oh my goodness, Nathan! Just amazing races that this track continues to put on. I don't know how it does it.
You know, there's a reason why that this is the first time that we've done the regular season finale at Pocono. And this is the reason why it's probably going to be the regular season finale for Season 6. Because, once again, 30 in a row, and we have a third banger of a race, a last lap pass with the rookie of Matthew Hubert. And hey, that same thing happened to Joe Wachowski. Wachowski won here last year, and then look at what Joe Wachowski has done in season number 5. So maybe that can happen for Hubert next season in season number 6. But how about some of these results? Juan Garcia out of nowhere gets second. Ace Garcia with a second straight top 5 finish with some more momentum for that Ace Garcia number 17 for Spire. Dylan Matthews gets 4th, Eli Bright in 5th, Dwani, Sam Vitale, Beal, Barlow, and Cramp in the top 10. Andrews, Flakowski, Miles, Edwards, Walker the top 15. It might be close for Wyatt Walker to make in, because he was 13th, and he gets 15th. Burnett in 16th. Miller, Hamill, Sustwise, Idell the top 20. Fallington, Monaco, Lopez 23rd. He was 17th. I don't know what the outcome's going to be for the second wildcard spot, or any of the wildcard spots. Hernandez, Clifton, Williamson, Logan Williams in 28th. Not a good day for him, but he all the way locked in. William Blount, Messi, BB was a tough race for Fitzy after starting in 3rd. Taylor, Connington, oh no, that's big. Apparently, Jordan Stout blew up at some point, and so did Aaron Abel. Oh no. That's.
And I guess when we transfer everything into the system, we will find out if that is as crucial as we think it is. But man, a lot is riding here on just the atmosphere here for the next minute or so. But just reliving this season, reliving this regular season, what a battle it has been, regardless of whether it's been so dominant by Joe Rakowski, whether it's been so dominant by Legacy Motor Club and whatever they've cooked up, because they have. It's genuine. We have never seen I've never seen a team and a driver dominate as much as they have in the JBL Cup Series, Nathan. They have found their thing, but now it is time to reveal who makes it into the Season 5 chase.
Here we go. Putting it in right now for Strawberry Kiwi. 400. And the drivers that would be in the Season 5 chase is official. And it is Joe Rakowski, Ace Garcia moves up to 2nd, and Logan Williams, that was all confirmed. Out Sam Vitale is in. Dale Campbell, the defending champion, is in, trying to go back to back. Trey Barlow, Brian Beal makes it in on points. Josh Williamson, the second spot car. Noah Clifton. And then by 1 point, Matthew Burnett is in on points for Hidden Motorsports.
Wow. And where did he finish? He finished 16th. Oh my goodness. That is insane.
And here is the wildcard scenario. Eli Bright, he was 1 point out. He is 11th in points. Sean Anders is 13th. And so I would give a shout out to Matthew Hubert for that win. He moved up to 22nd in points, so good one for him. Beal, because he made it in on points, it is going to be one driver with one win getting into the chase. Nick Lopez, not a good one, but he's going to finish 19th. And that's going to be good for that 54 team to get wildcard number 1. And then, here is the scenario. John Andrews finished 13th in points with 318 points. Eli Bright finished 11th in points, 321. By 3 points between the two drivers with one win, Eli Bright is in, and John Andrews is out by 3 points.
3 points made the difference, Nathan. And imagine if Eli Bright, because all those drivers there for the final handful of laps that were battling for the win, those were all right there. Imagine if Eli Bright lost an extra 3 spots. Then we would have had to go into a tiebreaker scenario or something like that. That's insane. Absolutely diabolical.
And the thing is, Sean Andrews had a great one today. In 11th position, just not quite enough for that 34 team here today. And, well, it is official. It will be Joe Rakowski, Ace Garcia, Logan Williams, Alex Sanvatore, Dale Campbell, Trey Ball, Brian Beal, Josh Williamson, Noah Clifton, Matthew Burnett, Nick Lopez, and Eli Bright, the 12 drivers in the chase for season number 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rookies, 8 featherwins. We have all kinds of different types of veterans, but we have the defending champion of Daniel Hamill in the chase as well. 10 races to go. It all kicks off with the chase, race number 1 at the Brickyard of Indianapolis Motor Speedway on July 4th. 10 races to go, 12 draws. What do you think the chase is going to be like based off of what we've always seen through the 16 race regular season?
I'm glad you asked. So we have the top 3: Rakowski, Garcia, Williams. Those are the big 3 that we call them. But Rakowski is, because he's been the most dominant driver this season, is he going to say, man, forget this top 3, forget this big 3, it's just big me? I think Rakowski is going to go on a tear, and he's going to do exactly what he did during the regular season and pretty much just clinch the championship race 1. But it is a very dangerous chase, might I add you. We have the most dominant driver in recent memory in JBL. We have the defending champion, who hasn't won a race but crazy consistent. We have a rookie, Alex Sanvitali, the highest rookie so far in the chase. We have Trey Bartow, very dangerous. Wait, no. Yeah? Trey Bartow?
Yeah, Trey Bartow, yep.
Yeah, Trey Bartow, dangerous. He can compete on a regular basis. And then we have his partner in crime, Joe Rakowski's partner in crime, Eli Bright. That is very dangerous right there. Very, very dangerous scenarios right there. And all the drivers are going to leave it on the line, hoping that they can dethrone Joe Rakowski and the number 43 Legacy Motor Club car. Now, those are my 2 cents, Nathan. What are your 2 cents?
I think Rakowski is going to be a real chance and a really, really good shot at this championship. But I will say Ace Garcia, Williams, they have been 2 of the most consistent drivers this season. Alex Sanvitali's been consistent, and a lot of drivers have been consistent. Like, for him, it's top 5 or bust. He has 7 top 5s and 7 top 10s. All those 7 top 5s. So it's all going to be wild, and I'm impressed with Joker's Racing and Nick Lopez. Was outside the top 20 a couple of races ago, gets into the top 20 after New Hampshire, and a day here today, but gets in by the skin of their teeth, and it's going to be very exciting what comes down to this one. It's going to be a blast, and after we have a little bit of an off week to set stuff up with all the chase bands and stuff like that. It's going to be Minneapolis, Chicagoland, Gateway, Texas, Las Vegas, Michigan, Daytona, Watkins Glen, Martinsville, and Atlanta. Back to Atlanta for the JBL 500. The only new track on the schedule left, or the last remaining new track on the schedule, is Gateway. And then the rest are tracks that we've been to before. Oh man, it's been a fantastic season number 5 so far. And we are not done yet. Huge thanks for Blunt Smith for joining me here for once again a fantastic regular season finale. And we are not done yet. 16 down, 10 to go. In 10 weeks time, who will be the Season 5 JBL Cup Series champion? We just have to wait and see. Off week next week, but we will kick off the chase at the Brickyard for the Discord 400 on July 4th. And that's going to be a good one as well. Thanks for Bronson for joining me here. Thanks for everyone that joined me in the booth for the regular season. And now it's time to get serious. Now it's time for the chase. I'm Nathan Stapleton, aka Menace Racing 97. I did that backwards, but well. Congratulations to Matthew Hooper on getting his first career Cup Series race win. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks' time at the Brickyard for the start of the Season 5 chase. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.